Change can feel impossible, even when you know it's necessary. Every day, habits, routines, and thought patterns keep you stuck in the same place. But it doesn't have to be that way. In this audiobook, you will learn step-by-step methods to take control of your actions, reshape your mindset, and create lasting change, even when it feels hard. You'll discover practical strategies to break patterns, overcome resistance, and make progress without feeling overwhelmed. These insights are designed to guide you toward daily improvement, stronger discipline, and long-term success. By applying these techniques consistently, you can transform challenges into opportunities and start moving in the direction you truly want. Make sure to subscribe to Audiobook every day for more practical guides that help you take control of your life, build habits that stick, and achieve the personal growth you've been aiming for. Number 1, build skills, then monetize online. There is a quiet power in a skill honed until it becomes a new muscle in the body. Imagine the first time fingers find a chord on a guitar, or the first sentence that finally reads exactly the way it should. The moment is small and private, but it matters. The path to reliable passive income begins here. Choose a skill, practice with discipline, and shape it into something the world will pay for without requiring constant attention. This is not about sudden genius or luck. It is about steady effort, wise selection, and systems that carry value forward even when direct effort is reduced. Choosing which skill to master requires clarity rather than inspiration. Look for skills that sit at the intersection of 3 things: what you enjoy doing enough to persist at, what people will exchange money for, and what can be delivered or scaled online. Examples include writing practical guides, editing audio, coding small apps, designing digital templates, teaching focused subjects, building small marketing funnels, or producing short, evergreen video lessons. Make a list of 5 skills that satisfy those criteria, then narrow to 1. Depth beats distraction. A single sharpened edge cuts more reliably than many blunted ones. Practice becomes productive when it is deliberate. Replace vague hours with specific, measurable sessions. 45 minutes of focused practice on topic X, with a clear metric to track progress. For a writer, it could be 1,000 words with 3 sentences edited for clarity. For a designer, it might be creating and polishing 1 template and testing it in a live environment. Keep a log. The log is more than a record, it is the workbench that shows forward motion. Every week, review that log and mark 1 technique to improve next week. This feedback loop is the engine of mastery. Skill stacking creates advantage. Combine complementary abilities so the whole is worth more than the parts. Pair clear communication with simple design, or basic coding with persuasive copy. A person who can code a landing page and write a precise sales letter becomes a rare and valuable resource for small businesses. Identify 2 adjacent skills you can gain on top of your core skill within 3 months. Build small projects that force integration. A 1-page product with a short sales pitch and a downloadable asset. Those projects are proof, and proof is the currency that unlocks monetization. Monetization must follow usefulness, not ego. The market does not exist to flatter, it pays for problems solved. Begin by offering your skill where demand already exists. Create 1 clear offer, a small priced product or service that is easy for people to buy. Examples: a simple course on a specific sub-skill, a set of editable templates, a monthly newsletter with exclusive insights, or a 1-hour paid consulting call. Price it realistically, so first customers are easy to win. Early buyers provide feedback that is more valuable than perfect marketing. Use that feedback to refine the product until it consistently converts without heavy persuasion. Turn that offer into an online asset. Convert a live service into a digital product wherever possible. Record the core method, clean it up, and package it for repeated delivery. A recorded workshop becomes an evergreen course. A set of templates becomes a downloadable product. A documented process becomes a mini book or a paid newsletter series. Each asset has the potential to sell while attention moves elsewhere. Design the asset from the start for reusability. Modular chapters, clear steps, a checklist at the end, and a polished landing page. When a product is easy to understand and use, it meets the user halfway and reduces friction for purchase. Create small routines that feed the asset pipeline. Dedicate short, frequent sessions to 3 essential activities: creation, distribution, and improvement. Creation means building or refining the product. Distribution means putting it where people will find it. A marketplace, an email list, a social post, or a relevant forum. Improvement is listening to customers and making the product better. Break these into daily and weekly habits. 20 minutes of content creation daily, 1 distribution action every other day, and a weekly review to implement customer suggestions. These small habits compound over months. They become a lean, effective machine that keeps the product alive. Leverage platforms strategically, not slavishly. Marketplaces, social platforms, and learning sites accelerate reach. But they also take fees and attention. Use them to validate demand and gather early customers. Once the product proves itself, build a direct channel, an email list, a simple landing page, or a membership area under control. A direct channel reduces dependency on external algorithms and provides a place to nurture long-term customers. Start with marketplaces to find your first 10 buyers. After that, move steadily toward owning the relationship. Automation turns the skill into passive flow. Simple automations reduce manual work without lowering quality. Automate onboarding messages, product delivery, and basic customer support replies. Use scheduling tools to release content consistently. Set up payment and delivery systems that do not require daily oversight. Automation does not mean no maintenance. It means creating rules and systems that handle the routine so attention can be focused on improvement and scale. Create a single automation routine this month. An email sequence that welcomes buyers, shares usage tips, and requests feedback. That one small system will increase sales and retention without more work. Pricing and packaging shape perception. Small, clear choices convert better than complex menus. Offer 1 main product, 1 premium version, and 1 lower-cost entry point. The entry product brings people into the ecosystem. The premium product increases revenue per customer. Consider subscriptions for ongoing value, monthly templates, a private group with monthly Q&A, or regular updates, a resource library. Subscriptions create predictable revenue and deepen customer relationships. When pricing, anchor value to outcomes. Price according to the transformation provided, not the hours spent creating. Experiment with price points and track conversion rates. Data informs wise decisions. Guesses create anxiety. Outsource small repetitive tasks as income grows. The goal is to trade time for leverage, not forever. Hire a freelancer for editing, thumbnail creation, or routine customer messages. Keep core high-value tasks in-house. Strategy, product vision, and key content, and outsource the rest. Use clear, documented processes so work can be delegated without constant oversight. A short recorded walkthrough and a checklist can replace 10 back-and-forth messages. Delegation is a force multiplier. It turns a single person's skill into a small team that keeps products fresh and responsive. Measure what matters. Track a few simple metrics. Sales per channel, conversion rate, customer feedback score, and churn if there is a subscription. Check these numbers weekly. Numbers are not the opposite of wisdom. They are the map. Use them to decide what to improve next. If conversion is low, refine the landing copy and simplify the purchase steps. If churn is high, create onboarding content to show quick wins. Small adjustments, made consistently, produce steady growth. Embrace the stoic practice of control and perspective. External success will fluctuate. Focus energy on what is controllable. The clarity of the offer, the quality of the product, and the discipline of practice. When a launch fails or a course attracts few buyers, see failure as informative data, not a verdict. Record what happened, adjust known variables, and act again. Discipline in small things, consistent practice, regular product updates, careful listening builds a resilient system that outlasts setbacks. Daily rituals shape long-term identity. A short, daily practice anchors progress. A focused hour of work before distractions, a brief review of the product metrics, and a small improvement implemented that day. Sensory-minded details help maintain routine, the weight of a warm mug in hand during morning work, the rhythm of keys, the small satisfaction of marking a line through the day's top task. These tangible markers make practice habitual and non-negotiable. Over months, they turn a skill into a reliable source of value. Finally, be generous and patient. Give away useful content that proves competence. A free checklist, a short tutorial, or a single helpful email. People buy when trust exists. Patience is the practical acceptance that building something that pays passively takes consistent work now for rewards later. Resist the false promise of instant systems. Commit to the slow accumulation of value by sharpening a skill, packaging it well, and placing it where those who need it can find it. The process is deceptively simple. Choose a valuable skill, practice deliberately, create an asset, automate and improve, and protect the customer relationship. Each step requires discipline and small daily acts. Those acts compound. This is how a single skill becomes multiple streams. A course here, a template there, a subscription that hums. The steady work of one person executed with wisdom and resilience becomes a machine that earns while attention moves elsewhere. Build the skill, build the system, then watch how the quiet work of today becomes the steady income of tomorrow. Number 2. Turn hobbies into digital assets. Turning something you love into a source of lasting income begins with curiosity and a willingness to treat play like a project. A hobby is already a seed. It contains knowledge, patterns, and emotional energy that other people will pay for if it is presented clearly and usefully. Begin by taking a quiet inventory of what the hobby provides, beyond pleasure. Does it save time, reduce frustration, create beauty, entertain, teach, or solve a repetitive problem? Those are the levers that translate private interest into public value. Name 3 concrete outcomes your hobby produces for you or others. Those outcomes become the bones of a digital product. Next, transform that inventory into a narrow, testable idea. The first digital asset should be focused and small enough to finish quickly. A single, well-made item will teach more than an unfinished grand vision. For a photographer, that might be a pack of editing presets for a distinct look. For a home baker, it could be 3 foolproof recipes with printable shopping lists and step-by-step photos. For a gardener, a seasonal planting calendar and a short troubleshooting guide. Commit to an obvious first deliverable and finish it. Completion matters more than perfection at the start. A finished product gives feedback and momentum. Validation must be direct and immediate. Share the concept with 5 people who fit the profile of your eventual customer and ask one simple question: Would you pay for this, and why? Offer a low-cost pre-order or a waiting list to measure real intent. A handful of early commitments is far stronger than polite compliments. Use that feedback to refine scope, tone, and format. If nobody is willing to pay, either simplify the offer or pivot to a different pain point. Avoid polishing something that the market will not reward. Design the asset for clarity and use. Digital buyers want to see quick wins. Structure the product so a new user achieves a meaningful result fast, within the first module, page, or file. Break content into short steps, include checklists, and show what success looks like. Add visuals that remove ambiguity, annotated photos, short video clips, audio samples, or downloadable templates. When information is easy to act on, customers trust the creator and are more likely to recommend and buy again. Choose formats that match the hobby and the audience's behavior. Some hobbies lend themselves to visual templates, others to audio clips or written guides. Consider these common digital formats: downloadable PDFs, short recorded courses, template packs, presets, printable planners, pattern files, sound loops, or curated resource lists. Combine formats when it increases clarity. A 2-page checklist plus a 5-minute demonstration clip often outperforms a long written manual. Think like a user and remove friction between curiosity and immediate application. Presentation matters. A clean, simple cover image, a short, descriptive subtitle that states the outcome, and a single bold bullet point that lists what is included will drastically improve conversions. Craft 3 versions of the product description and test which one resonates more with friends, forums, or a small ads test. Use plain language that communicates the outcome rather than grand promises. People decide quickly. Make those first seconds count. Pick a distribution path that suits energy and control. Marketplaces like Etsy, Gumroad, or learning platforms can deliver early customers without a large audience, while a personal landing page and an email list grant more long-term control. Use marketplaces to validate and gather initial feedback, then gradually build a direct relationship with customers through simple email sequences and a basic website. An email list as small as a few dozen engaged people is more valuable than 1,000 passive followers on social media. Create a simple launch framework. A launch need not be elaborate to be effective. Announce to your immediate network, offer a limited time discount or early bird bonus, and ask buyers for honest feedback and a short testimonial. Use the feedback to iterate and improve the product, then relaunch with clearer messaging. Each small launch sharpens the product and expands understanding of the audience. Treat feedback as raw material that sculpts the next version. Protect time for product work through focused blocks. Hobbies often flourish in spare moments. Digital products require concentrated effort in short, scheduled bursts. Block 3 90-minute sessions over a week. 1 to outline the product, 1 to build core materials, and 1 to polish and package. Those focused blocks reduce the mental overhead of switching between play and production. Track progress against visible milestones and celebrate finishing steps, not just the final product. Automate the delivery and basic support early. Use a reliable payment processor and a delivery system that sends files automatically upon purchase. Draft a short, friendly welcome message that shows how to get started and where to find help. Save common replies as templates. Automations reduce friction for the buyer and free time for further creation. Do not confuse automation with abandonment. Schedule a monthly check to review support requests and update materials. Turn single assets into bundles and recurring value. After the first product establishes credibility, plan adjacent offerings that deepen value, complementary templates, seasonal updates, or a members-only resource area. Bundles increase average order value, while subscriptions create steady cash flow. Subscriptions can be simple: a monthly tip sheet, new templates delivered quarterly, or a curated library of new hobby ideas. Recurring offers reward long-term buyers and make income more predictable. Use small, repeatable marketing actions. Share a single useful tip related to the hobby once or twice a week where the audience already gathers. A niche forum, a social group, an email newsletter, or a small paid ad targeted precisely. Repurpose the same core content into 3 formats: a short post, a 45-second demo clip, and a free downloadable sample. This multiplies visibility without multiplying effort. Keep marketing practical and helpful. Selling follows trust, not pressure. Consider collaboration and cross-promotion. Partner with someone whose audience overlaps but does not compete directly. A craft jewelry maker could team with a photographer to offer a product shoot, preset pack bundled with styling tips. Shared launches split costs and expand reach. Approach potential partners with a clear, specific proposal: what each side will provide, what the joint offer includes, and who will handle customer service. Simple, well-scoped collaborations accelerate growth. Document every repeatable process. When a step is performed more than twice, write it down. A quick checklist for creating a new product, a template for product descriptions, and a standard onboarding message for buyers save time and reduce repeated decisions. Those documents become the blueprint for delegating or outsourcing. Clear processes maintain quality as the number of assets grows. Delegate routine tasks to free creative energy. When revenue allows, hire help for editing, packaging, thumbnail creation, or routine customer messages. Use short test projects to evaluate freelancers and build a small roster of reliable contributors. Keep the strategic, creative decisions in control while outsourcing execution. Delegation stretches hobby-based income into something that can scale. Measure response and refine continuously. Track simple metrics: conversion rate, refund requests, and which channels bring the most engaged buyers. Use customer comments to spot recurring confusion and update the product accordingly. Small, regular improvements based on data create a better product and a clearer message. Over time, those adjustments compound into significant increases in both income and customer satisfaction. Maintain a steady attitude through setbacks. Some products will sell immediately, and others will need time and adjustments. Treat early failures as evidence rather than punishment. The best improvements come from careful listening and honest revision. Focus on controllable actions, finish the product, ask for feedback, make a specific change, and promote again. This cycle of build, measure, refine is the practical heart of turning hobbies into income. Keep generosity as a core habit. Share a genuinely useful free resource that demonstrates the quality of the paid product. That could be a one-page cheat sheet, a short demo clip, or a mini challenge that produces a visible result in a single session. Free value creates goodwill and speeds the path from curiosity to purchase. The quiet reality is that scaling a hobby into digital assets is not a single leap, but a sequence of small, deliberate moves. Clarify the outcome, build a focused deliverable, validate with real buyers, package for ease of use, automate delivery, and iterate. Each completed item builds reputation and learning. Over time, the collection of well-made assets forms a durable engine of value, one that honors quiet interests with real-world returns. Practice this method with patience and discipline, and the joy of the hobby becomes the foundation for steady, compounding income. Number 3, automate earnings with simple systems. Automating income is not about magic or luck. It is about designing systems that consistently deliver value without demanding constant oversight. It starts with identifying repetitive actions within the earning process, and then finding reliable ways to let technology or well-defined workflows handle them. Think of it as building a well-oiled machine. Each gear, when placed correctly, moves on its own, freeing energy for higher-level decisions and creative expansion. The goal is not to eliminate work entirely, but to redirect focus from manual tasks to growth, improvement, and new opportunities. Systems transform effort into leverage, multiplying what one person can achieve. Begin by mapping the entire workflow of your current income streams. Write down every step from acquisition to delivery to follow-up. For example, if you sell digital products, note how customers discover the product, what purchasing steps they follow, how the product is delivered, and what support they might need afterward. Look for points that repeat in every transaction. These are prime candidates for automation. The clarity gained from seeing every process on paper allows precision in determining which tasks truly require human attention and which do not. Next, prioritize automation opportunities by impact and ease of implementation. Some processes might be simple to automate, but deliver huge time savings. Examples include sending a welcome email immediately after purchase, automatically delivering a digital download, scheduling posts to promote products, or tagging customer records for follow-up. Focus first on areas that eliminate frequent, low-value tasks. Each automation implemented is a small victory, freeing energy for tasks that directly grow revenue and improve product quality. Leverage the right tools wisely. Email automation platforms, payment processors, and scheduling software exist to manage routine functions with minimal intervention. Integration is key. When these tools communicate, the system works seamlessly. For example, a customer completing payment should automatically trigger product delivery, a welcome message, and a follow-up reminder to leave feedback. This interconnected chain reduces errors, speeds fulfillment, and ensures consistency without ongoing oversight. Design each system with simplicity in mind. Overcomplicated automations increase the chance of errors and require constant monitoring. Break tasks into discrete steps, automate one at a time, and verify results before adding more complexity. For instance, start by automating product delivery alone. Once that works reliably, automate follow-up communications. After that, consider automating social proof collection or content promotion. Layering automation gradually avoids confusion and allows the system to stabilize before scaling further. Create templates for recurring content and responses. Pre-written emails, instructional guides, and social posts save enormous time when repeated weekly or monthly. When these templates are well crafted, they maintain quality while reducing effort. For customer questions, develop a small knowledge base that addresses the most common issues. When someone asks a standard question, the system can direct them to the answer automatically, preventing repetitive manual responses and increasing satisfaction. Templates are the building blocks of scalable systems. Track metrics that inform improvement. Automation is not set and forget. It requires observation and refinement. Measure response rates, conversions, delivery errors, and customer engagement. Simple dashboards or spreadsheet tracking can reveal where the system is underperforming. For example, if automated follow-up emails have low engagement, it signals an opportunity to test subject lines, timing, or content. Continuous measurement ensures the system not only operates independently, but also grows more effective over time. Standardize processes so others can take over when needed. Documenting step-by-step instructions for each automated task ensures consistency and allows delegation. If a team member or virtual assistant needs to handle part of the system, clear documentation reduces training time and errors. This standardization creates resilience. When the person who built the system is unavailable, the workflow continues uninterrupted, preserving income and reliability. Use recurring content strategically. Evergreen digital products, scheduled social media posts, and automated email sequences ensure a steady flow of engagement and revenue. For example, a course that auto-enrolls new members, accompanied by an automated series of emails guiding them through the material, reduces manual support needs. Over time, additional modules or updates can be integrated seamlessly into the sequence, extending the product's lifecycle without requiring repeated effort. The system, once established, delivers continuous value to customers. Integrate reminders for manual oversight where critical. Not everything can or should be automated. Human judgment is necessary for quality control, addressing unique problems or deciding strategic changes. Include alerts for review at regular intervals, weekly or monthly. For example, a monthly check might involve reviewing customer feedback, updating templates, and evaluating system performance. Scheduled oversight keeps automation effective while avoiding unnecessary micromanagement. Automate financial tracking and reporting. Systems that handle income tracking, invoicing, and tax documentation reduce stress and prevent errors. Simple integrations can log sales into a spreadsheet, categorize expenses, and generate summaries automatically. By automating these behind-the-scenes functions, focus shifts to growing the business rather than maintaining records. Accuracy improves, and the risk of overlooked details diminishes, allowing more confident decision-making. Implement behavior triggers to maintain momentum. Systems are more than software. They are designed behaviors executed consistently. Set triggers, such as notifications when inventory drops, alerts when subscription renewal periods begin, or automatic social reminders for weekly content posting. These triggers keep the human element engaged at the right moments while letting automated processes handle the rest. Combining human judgment with automated execution ensures efficiency and responsiveness. Develop contingency plans within the system. Automation reduces human error but is not immune to external failures. Prepare for exceptions, failed payments, technical downtime, or unexpected customer issues. Build fallback procedures and automated alerts that notify the right person when intervention is required. Anticipating problems strengthens reliability and protects income streams from avoidable interruptions. Systems that can gracefully handle exceptions are resilient systems. Focus on scaling rather than expanding too quickly. One reliable automated stream with proven delivery is far more valuable than multiple half-built or inconsistent systems. Once a workflow functions smoothly and generates predictable revenue, consider duplicating it for additional products or services. Replication of a stable system multiplies returns while minimizing risk. Scaling with discipline ensures growth remains sustainable and manageable. Emphasize clear user experience. Automation succeeds only if customers can easily interact with it. Ensure that payment processes, product access, onboarding, and support are intuitive. Test the system from a user perspective. Every step should feel seamless and require minimal effort. Confusion breaks trust. Clarity builds it. Customer satisfaction ensures not only retention but also organic promotion, reducing marketing effort over time. Maintain patience and persistence. Systems rarely function perfectly from day one. Adjustments, testing, and minor fixes are part of the process. Approach automation as a long-term investment, gradually building reliability and sophistication. Each improvement compounds. Small, consistent enhancements increase efficiency and income predictably. Discipline in maintaining and refining systems mirrors the discipline that initially built the business, turning repeated effort into sustainable returns. Encourage delegation alongside automation. Even automated processes need monitoring and periodic updates. Assign responsibility clearly when scaling operations. One person may oversee customer engagement, another the automated content schedule, and another financial tracking. Delegating oversight ensures accountability without micromanaging and keeps the system functioning smoothly as operations expand. Automation and delegation together create a self-sustaining framework. Automate engagement without losing authenticity. Automated responses and sequences must feel natural, relevant, and timely. Use personalization tokens, dynamic content, or scheduled interactions that reflect real user behavior. When a customer receives an automated message, it should feel attentive and connected, not robotic. Balancing efficiency with human touch maintains trust and encourages repeat business, even within a largely automated system. Continuously seek efficiencies in every process. Revisit each step periodically and ask, can this task be simplified, automated, or removed without losing value? Improvement should be a mindset embedded in the system itself. By routinely evaluating and optimizing, systems remain adaptive, robust, and increasingly efficient. Incremental enhancements reduce effort and increase output, making automation a living framework rather than a static setup. The essence of automation is leverage. One thoughtful action can create repeated outcomes without continual effort. By designing, testing, refining, and monitoring simple systems, income streams can operate with minimal active input while maintaining quality and reliability. Discipline, foresight, and patience are essential. Automating earnings with simple systems does not remove the need for work. It magnifies intelligent effort, ensures consistency, and frees time to create more value, more opportunities, and more growth. Master the process, refine the flow, and allow the systems to quietly generate wealth, while attention is reserved for innovation and expansion. Number 4. Create products, solving real problems. Creating products that genuinely solve real problems begins with seeing the world through the lens of need rather than desire. A product's true power comes from its ability to remove friction, ease discomfort, or deliver results in a way that feels tangible and reliable. Every successful offering addresses a specific challenge that a specific group of people experiences consistently. Understanding that challenge deeply, noticing what frustrates others, and imagining a clear, actionable solution forms the foundation for building something people will value, pay for, and return to again. Observation is the first step. Pay attention to conversations in forums, social media groups, customer reviews, and communities related to your area of expertise. Notice patterns, recurring complaints, repeated questions, and frequent points of confusion. Document each insight carefully. The smallest irritation often signals a significant opportunity when a solution is applied thoughtfully. Avoid assumptions about what others need. Instead, prioritize what they explicitly communicate as difficult or inconvenient. True problems are identified through consistent evidence rather than guesswork. Next, clarify the problem with precision. Vague ideas like people need to get healthier or businesses want more customers are too broad to produce actionable products. Narrow the focus. Identify the exact obstacle, the context in which it occurs, and the measurable result people want. For instance, instead of "help people exercise," a clearer problem statement could be, "Busy professionals need a 15-minute routine they can perform at home without equipment to improve posture and reduce back pain." Specificity ensures the solution is practical and immediately relevant. Design the product with the outcome in mind. Every feature, step, or component should directly contribute to solving the problem. Avoid adding unnecessary bells and whistles. The value of a product is not in how impressive it looks, but in how effectively it resolves the difficulty. Break the solution into actionable steps that a user can follow independently. Include tools, templates, or guides that simplify the process. A product that produces visible results quickly builds trust and encourages positive word of mouth, amplifying its reach organically. Test the solution before scaling. Early feedback is invaluable. Share prototypes, drafts, or simplified versions of your product with a small targeted group. Observe how they use it, what obstacles remain, and whether the outcome meets expectations. Ask focused questions. Was this step clear? Did you achieve the intended result? What took longer than expected? Refining based on real user interaction prevents costly errors and increases confidence in the final product. Consider the format that delivers the solution most effectively. Some problems are best addressed through written guides, others through video demonstrations, interactive templates, or downloadable resources. Match the medium to the nature of the challenge and the way users prefer to engage. A visual step-by-step guide may outperform a lengthy written manual if the solution involves practical action. Simplicity and clarity are more important than technical sophistication. Ease of use directly influences adoption and satisfaction. Ensure accessibility. Remove barriers that prevent users from engaging with the product. Streamline purchasing and downloading processes, provide clear instructions, and anticipate common questions. Accessibility extends beyond technical ease. It also includes affordability and convenience. If the solution is too expensive or requires complex tools, fewer people will benefit, and the potential reach diminishes. Designing with accessibility in mind maximizes the product's impact and potential revenue simultaneously. Automate delivery and support wherever possible. Once the product is finalized, ensure it reaches users efficiently without requiring repeated manual intervention. Automate downloads, confirmations, and follow-up instructions. For questions that arise frequently, prepare a simple FAQ or guide that addresses common concerns. Automation ensures consistent user experience, reduces errors, and allows attention to focus on developing additional products or improving existing ones. A smooth experience increases trust and encourages repeat engagement. Focus on real-world application rather than theory. Products that remain abstract rarely create loyalty. Include examples, case studies, or step-by-step demonstrations to show how the solution works in practice. Show the transformation clearly, before and after, problem to resolution, confusion to clarity. When users can visualize success, they are more likely to take action and experience the desired outcome. Concrete results validate the product's worth and create advocates who spread the word voluntarily. Iterate continuously based on feedback. Even after launch, the work is not complete. Collect data on usage, outcomes, and satisfaction. Monitor customer comments, survey users, and observe patterns over time. Use this information to refine steps, add clarifying instructions, or expand resources where needed. Continuous improvement ensures the product remains relevant, effective, and superior to alternatives. Iteration rooted in actual performance, rather than assumption, guarantees that the product truly solves problems and adapts to evolving needs. Package the solution intuitively. Structure the product so it is easy to navigate and understand immediately. Include clear sections, concise instructions, and visual cues to guide the user through the process. If the solution is multi-step, provide checklists, progress indicators, or milestones to help users track completion. A well-organized product reduces cognitive load and enhances the perception of value. People engage more deeply when the experience feels seamless and achievable from start to finish. Align marketing with the problem, not the product. Communicate the solution by emphasizing the problem first. Identify the pain, validate it, and then present your product as the clear, actionable path forward. Marketing messages that resonate focus on the outcome, the frustration eliminated, and the ease of achieving results. Avoid overcomplicating the message with unnecessary jargon or abstract benefits. People are drawn to tangible relief, not features. Highlighting the problem and solution creates immediate relevance and urgency. Consider complementary resources. One product can open doors to related solutions, creating a pathway for further engagement. The guide solving a specific challenge might lead to templates, advanced modules, or personalized coaching. Offering layered solutions increases the lifetime value of a customer while providing deeper, more comprehensive help. Expansion should remain grounded in solving additional problems rather than adding unrelated features or products. Implement simple systems for updates and communication. Inform users when improvements, tips, or new resources are available. A short, automated message or newsletter can extend the product's utility and maintain engagement. Communication reassures users that the solution evolves, keeping it relevant and reinforcing trust. When customers perceive ongoing value, satisfaction increases and retention becomes natural. Document the process clearly for scalability. If the goal is to create multiple products or expand the reach, ensure that the steps taken to identify, test, design, and deliver a solution are recorded. Clear documentation enables replication, delegation, and refinement. Systems that are transparent and repeatable can be scaled without losing quality, allowing the creation of multiple products that solve distinct problems efficiently. Maintain a mindset centered on value creation. Approach product development with the goal of genuinely improving the user's experience or results. Avoid creating solutions to chase trends or profits alone. When the primary focus is on solving meaningful challenges, financial rewards follow naturally. Products grounded in value build reputation, loyalty, and sustainable income far more reliably than those designed solely for profit. Consider sensory and emotional connection. People respond to experiences that feel intuitive, rewarding, and personally relevant. Design solutions that not only address the problem logically, but also feel satisfying to use. Use visuals, examples, and clear progress indicators to enhance engagement. A product that evokes confidence and reduces stress simultaneously is more likely to be recommended and revisited. Anticipate obstacles before launch. Consider what could prevent users from implementing the solution effectively. Missing context, unclear steps, technical difficulties, or time constraints. Address these proactively within the product, providing solutions or guidance that smooths the user journey. Anticipating and removing friction elevates the perceived quality of the product and ensures consistent results. A problem solved without additional hurdles is the hallmark of a truly effective solution. Finally, approach every product with patience, discipline, and attention to detail. The act of creating a solution is both practical and reflective. It requires observing reality carefully, testing assumptions, and refining continuously. Treat each challenge as an opportunity to learn and improve. Over time, consistently Cortinic products that solve real problems creates credibility, trust, and steady, reliable income. By focusing on the user's actual pain, designing actionable solutions, and refining with diligence, products become not just objects for sale, but instruments of transformation capable of changing lives while sustaining financial growth. Number 5. Use micro-content to drive sales. Micro-content is the smallest, most digestible piece of information that communicates value and sparks engagement. Its power lies in its ability to capture attention quickly, convey insight, and guide an audience toward a larger offering. In today's fast-paced digital environment, people rarely have the time or patience to consume long-form material immediately. Micro-content bridges the gap between curiosity and action, acting as the initial touchpoint that introduces your expertise, your products, or your brand. Each piece serves as a subtle nudge that builds familiarity, trust, and desire without overwhelming the audience. Begin by identifying key insights or tips that can stand alone as brief, actionable messages. These should be ideas that deliver immediate utility or provoke reflection. For example, if the product teaches predictive skills, micro-content might be a single, actionable, time-saving strategy. Each snippet should be precise enough to be consumed in under a minute, yet meaningful enough that the audience feels they have gained value. This tiny experience builds credibility and primes the audience for deeper engagement. The format of micro-content should align with the habits and preferences of the target audience. Visuals, short videos, carousel posts, infographics, and concise text updates all serve as effective vehicles. A 30-second clip demonstrating a practical tip can reach more people than a 10-minute tutorial, especially if it conveys the benefit immediately. Similarly, a simple infographic or checklist can be saved, shared, and referenced repeatedly, extending the reach of the message far beyond the initial post. Variety in format ensures different segments of the audience engage with the content in ways that feel natural to them. Micro-content should always include a clear, simple takeaway. A viewer should finish the interaction with one actionable insight or idea that they can immediately implement or think about. Avoid overloading the snippet with too many instructions or complex concepts. The clarity of purpose ensures the audience recognizes the value of your expertise and is more likely to explore further offerings. Each snippet is effectively a micro-investment of trust that can compound over time into substantial engagement and sales. Connect micro-content directly to your products or services subtly but intentionally. Each piece should hint at a deeper resource or solution. For instance, a short video could demonstrate one small tip from a larger course, or an infographic could visualize a framework that is expanded in a premium guide. The micro-content should create curiosity, establish authority, and provide a preview of what more in-depth material offers. This connection needs to feel natural, not pushy, maintaining credibility while gently guiding viewers toward purchase or further interaction. Consistency is critical in micro-content strategy. Frequent posting builds recognition and reinforces authority. By delivering short, actionable value consistently, the audience begins to anticipate your insights, developing trust and reliance on your guidance. A daily or weekly cadence establishes a rhythm that keeps you top of mind. Each exposure increases familiarity, and familiarity strengthens the likelihood of engagement with your larger offerings over time. Small, repeated touches create a cumulative effect that can be more powerful than occasional long-form content. Leverage repurposing to maximize output. Micro-content can be extracted from larger works, such as chapters of an audiobook, blog posts, webinars, or courses. Identify sentences, tips, or statistics that stand on their own, and reformat them into short videos, quote cards, or carousel slides. This approach reduces production time while expanding reach, allowing one core idea to propagate in multiple formats. Repurposing also reinforces key messages, helping the audience internalize concepts across different contexts. Engagement should be encouraged through interaction. Micro-content thrives when it sparks conversation, reflection, or action. Include questions, prompts, or simple exercises that invite participation. For example, a tip on productivity could be paired with a question asking the audience to try it today and comment on results. Engagement increases visibility through social sharing and algorithms, while also creating a sense of community around your content. Interaction transforms passive consumption into active involvement, which naturally drives interest in deeper resources. Track performance to identify what resonates. Not all micro-content will have the same impact. Measure metrics like likes, shares, comments, clicks, or time spent engaging. Analyze patterns to determine which types of insights, formats, or topics consistently attract attention. Use this data to refine your strategy, focusing efforts on content that delivers the most engagement and drives the audience toward your products. Feedback loops ensure resources are allocated efficiently, and micro-content evolves to better serve your goals. Timing and context enhance effectiveness. Align content with relevant events, seasonal needs, or audience routines. Posting a quick financial tip at the start of the month, a productivity hack on Monday mornings, or a motivational reminder at the week's end can significantly increase relevance and uptake. Understanding when your audience is most receptive allows micro-content to hit with maximum impact. This alignment demonstrates attentiveness to the audience's needs, which strengthens trust and encourages continued interaction. Ensure that every micro-content piece is visually and emotionally engaging. Even a brief snippet must attract attention quickly. Use bold visuals, clear text, concise narration, or vibrant colors to capture the eye. Pairing content with subtle emotional triggers, curiosity, relief, accomplishment, or inspiration enhances retention and motivates action. People respond to experiences that feel rewarding or immediately useful. Micro-content should be crafted to deliver that instant satisfaction. Integrate clear next steps. Micro-content should not exist in isolation. Each piece should include a simple, non-intrusive direction. Explore the full course, download the guide, subscribe for more tips, or sign up for updates. The action should feel natural, building on the insight provided, and not break the flow or trust. When executed thoughtfully, each micro-content interaction becomes a step in a guided journey from casual observer to engaged customer. Combine micro-content into series for cumulative effect. Individual snippets create value, but a series builds narrative, reinforces learning, and develops anticipation. A themed week or structured progression allows the audience to see growth and deepening insights over time. This approach increases retention, encourages habitual engagement, and amplifies the eventual desire for comprehensive products. Series work like breadcrumbs, gently guiding users toward deeper interaction and higher value offerings. Encourage sharing and advocacy. Micro-content that is immediately useful or visually appealing naturally spreads. Design pieces to be easily shareable, concise, clear, and relevant. When the audience shares tips, infographics, or videos, your reach expands organically, social proof grows, reinforcing credibility and attracting new potential customers who have yet to engage. Micro-content multiplies influence through the actions of those who benefit from it, extending reach without additional labor. Refine messaging continuously. Micro-content is most effective when it is sharp, concise, and aligned with audience language. Avoid filler words or abstract statements. Use clear, relatable terminology and focus on one idea at a time. Test phrasing, formats, and visual presentation to discover what resonates most. Small adjustments compound over time, improving engagement, clarity, and conversion. Iterative refinement ensures micro-content remains relevant, effective, and compelling. Finally, treat micro-content as the gateway to deeper value. While it is brief and easy to consume, its purpose is to introduce solutions, demonstrate expertise, and create trust. When crafted strategically, micro-content becomes a powerful engine for sales. It cultivates awareness, builds credibility, nurtures curiosity, and gently guides audiences toward more comprehensive, paid offerings. Mastering the art of concise, actionable, and engaging content enables a continuous flow of interest and revenue, transforming small insights into substantial impact over time. Number 6. Repurpose knowledge into recurring income. Knowledge is one of the most powerful forms of currency, yet its value multiplies only when it is shared in ways that reach people consistently and systematically. Every skill, insight, or experience you accumulate has the potential to generate income not just once, but repeatedly if packaged and distributed thoughtfully. The key is to view knowledge not as a static resource, but as a dynamic asset that can be reshaped, reformatted, and delivered through multiple channels to provide ongoing value over time. By doing so, it becomes the foundation for recurring income, turning expertise into a sustainable engine of financial growth. The first step is identifying the knowledge that holds measurable value to others. Reflect on the areas where your understanding is deeper than average, where experience has created unique perspectives, or where repeated success can be distilled into clear principles. This could be professional skills, life strategies, technical know-how, or even hobbies that can be taught effectively. The more specific and actionable the knowledge, the easier it becomes to transform into a recurring revenue model. Clarity about what your audience truly needs will guide how the knowledge is structured and delivered. Next, transform raw knowledge into a structured format that can be consumed independently of your presence. Books, courses, workshops, subscription newsletters, membership sites, and digital libraries are all viable formats that allow a single effort to serve many people over time. The structure should be logical, sequential, and designed to achieve results for the user. Each section or module must address a distinct outcome, providing clear steps or principles that guide the learner toward mastery. Organized knowledge creates trust, engagement, and repeat usage, which is essential for long-term income. Automate access and delivery wherever possible. One of the reasons recurring income works is because systems handle repeated interactions without constant human intervention. When someone signs up for a membership, a newsletter, or a course, the delivery should be seamless and immediate. This might involve automated email sequences, recurring billing, content scheduling, or subscription management tools. Automation ensures that knowledge continues to flow to new customers while your attention can be focused on improving, expanding, or creating new offerings. Consider the tiered approach to recurring income. Knowledge can be repurposed across different formats and price points to create layers of revenue. For example, a beginner-level course could lead to a more advanced series, while a membership community provides continuous updates, coaching, or discussion forums. Offering tiered access allows individuals to start with low-cost entry points and gradually move to higher-value products as they see results and gain trust in your expertise. This laddering approach maximizes both engagement and lifetime value of each customer. Leverage micro-content as an ongoing driver of interest. Short insights, quick tips, or mini-guides derived from your core knowledge can be delivered through email, social media, or app notifications. These small interactions reinforce your authority, nurture relationships, and keep audiences engaged between major content releases. Micro-content acts as both a marketing tool and an educational touchpoint, reminding the audience of the value you provide while gently guiding them towards subscription or membership products. Repurposing knowledge also involves creating evergreen content that retains value over time. Avoid material that relies heavily on trends or temporary issues unless updated continuously. Timeless principles, actionable methods, and step-by-step guides can remain relevant for years, allowing the same content to attract new users repeatedly. Once a piece of knowledge is refined into an evergreen format, the initial effort continues to generate income without constant intervention, embodying the principle of leverage in knowledge monetization. Interactive components increase engagement and retention. Incorporating quizzes, assignments, templates, or challenges encourages users to apply knowledge actively. When learners achieve tangible results, they perceive greater value in the offering, increasing satisfaction, loyalty, and the likelihood of renewal or upgrade. Engagement amplifies recurring income potential because it strengthens the bond between the user and the system, delivering the knowledge, making it less likely that they will disengage over time. Maintain a feedback loop to continuously refine offerings. Recurring income thrives when the product evolves alongside the needs of the audience. Solicit suggestions, track performance, and monitor questions or challenges that arise regularly. Use this data to improve clarity, expand topics, or add supplementary materials. Iterative improvement ensures that knowledge offerings remain relevant, effective, and competitive. Every update reinforces the perception of ongoing value, which is the essence of a subscription or recurring model. Document and standardize the process for creating knowledge assets. Breaking down lessons, recording workflows, and formalizing teaching methods ensures that content can be duplicated, scaled, and delegated if necessary. Standardization makes it easier to expand offerings without sacrificing quality. If multiple instructors or assistants are involved, documentation ensures consistency, preserving the integrity and credibility of your knowledge system. This also allows growth without requiring you to increase direct effort proportionally. Integrate systems that maintain consistent engagement. Scheduling content delivery, automated reminders, and periodic updates help keep subscribers or members active and interested. Inactivity reduces perceived value and increases churn, so maintaining regular, predictable interactions is crucial. Structured systems that anticipate user needs, deliver content at the right intervals, and respond to behavior changes create a sense of continuity and trust, reinforcing recurring engagement and income. Leverage partnerships and collaborations. Other creators, educators, or professionals with overlapping audiences can help extend the reach of your knowledge-based offerings. Co-branded courses, joint webinars, or shared membership content expose your expertise to new markets while reducing the burden of content creation. Collaborations also add credibility, as endorsements from trusted figures validate your expertise and increase adoption of recurring products. Position knowledge as a solution to ongoing challenges rather than a one-time fix. People are willing to pay repeatedly when they perceive continuous benefit. Update libraries, add fresh insights, host regular Q&A sessions, provide evolving strategies that respond to changes in the field or industry. When learners or customers anticipate that subscribing ensures continued access to valuable updates, they are more likely to maintain their commitment. Recurring income depends on sustained perceived value, not novelty alone. Maintain simplicity in access and usability. Complexity can discourage engagement and increase churn. Clear navigation, intuitive portals, and straightforward instructions allow users to focus on applying knowledge rather than figuring out how to access it. The easier it is to consume, implement, and track progress, the more likely they are to continue participating and investing. User experience directly impacts retention, which underpins recurring revenue stability. Focus on high-impact knowledge areas first. Begin with topics where demand is evident, outcomes are measurable, and application is straightforward. Early wins in these areas build credibility and provide proof of concept, which encourages both initial uptake and ongoing subscriptions. Once the model is validated, additional knowledge areas can be layered on to expand offerings and income potential. Prioritizing impact ensures early traction and demonstrates value immediately. Encourage community engagement. Knowledge repurposed for recurring income is amplified when users interact, share insights, and support one another. Discussion forums, live calls, and group challenges create a sense of belonging, increase perceived value, and reduce attrition. Community transforms a static subscription into a dynamic environment where users continuously find new value and your content remains central to their ongoing experience. Finally, treat knowledge as a living asset. Continually seek new angles, deeper insights, and applications that can be formatted into products, courses, or memberships. Recurring income flows naturally from a cycle of creation, refinement, and distribution. By structuring knowledge thoughtfully, automating access, and engaging users consistently, it becomes a self-sustaining source of revenue. Knowledge leveraged correctly not only enriches others' lives, but also compounds in value over time, providing financial stability, freedom, and the opportunity to expand impact continuously. Number 7. Grow traffic through trusted platforms. Growing traffic through trusted platforms is not about chasing every shiny new opportunity. It's about consistently positioning yourself where your audience already congregates and where credibility has been established. Trusted platforms offer built-in audiences, reliable engagement mechanisms, and proven reputations that make discovery, interaction, and growth far more achievable than starting entirely from scratch. Leveraging these environments effectively requires understanding both the platform's strengths and the behavior of its users, ensuring that every action aligns with trust, relevance, and value. The first step is choosing platforms that align with your audience's habits and interests. Research where your potential customers or followers spend their time, which channels they rely on for information, and how they prefer to engage with content. Social media giants, specialized forums, video hosting services, podcast directories, and professional networks each attract different demographics and expectations. Focusing efforts on platforms where your audience already feels comfortable ensures higher engagement and accelerates growth, compared to scattering attention across many unproven channels. Consistency is crucial. Traffic builds over time through repeated exposure. Platforms favor accounts that produce content regularly and maintain active participation. Posting sporadically or inconsistently signals unreliability both to algorithms and to audiences, reducing visibility. Establishing a predictable rhythm creates anticipation among users and signals commitment to the platform. Whether it's daily posts, weekly videos, or monthly newsletters, consistent presence fosters trust, familiarity, and engagement, which in turn drives sustained traffic growth. Provide immediate, recognizable value in every interaction. Users quickly scroll past anything that doesn't meet their needs or spark interest. Each post, video, article, or comment should deliver insight, guidance, or entertainment that resonates with the audience. The more useful and actionable your content, the more likely users are to share it, return for more, and follow the call to deeper engagement with your products or offerings. Value builds credibility, and credibility builds an audience that can be reliably directed to your revenue streams. Engage actively with the platform community. Traffic is not just about broadcasting content, it's about meaningful interaction. Respond to comments, participate in discussions, acknowledge contributions, and address questions. Engagement increases visibility, as many algorithms prioritize interaction when distributing content. Beyond algorithmic benefit, authentic engagement fosters relationships and trust, transforming casual viewers into loyal followers. When people feel heard and valued, they are more likely to stay, share, and explore what you offer further. Optimize content for platform-specific formats. Each trusted platform has unique ways of presenting content, ranging from short-form videos to articles, posts, or audio segments. Understanding these nuances is essential for maximizing reach. For example, attention spans are shorter on social media, requiring punchy headlines and visually compelling elements, whereas professional networks may reward longer informative posts. Tailoring content to fit the platform improves consumption, encourages interaction, and boosts algorithmic support, all of which drive traffic consistently. Leverage analytics to guide growth strategy. Trusted platforms provide data on reach, engagement, click-through rates, and audience demographics. Use this information to refine content, posting times, and engagement strategies. Identifying which posts perform best, which audience segments are most active, and what types of interactions convert into deeper engagement allows more informed decisions. Data-driven adjustments improve efficiency, ensuring effort is focused where it has the greatest impact on traffic expansion. Collaborate strategically with other creators or influencers. Partnering with individuals who already have established credibility on the platform exposes your content to a broader audience. Collaborative posts, guest appearances, or co-hosted events allow mutual value exchange while lending social proof to your expertise. When done authentically, these partnerships increase visibility, attract followers who trust the partner, and accelerate traffic growth. Collaborations should be meaningful and contextually relevant to ensure engagement translates into long-term interest. Use platform-specific tools and features to amplify reach. Many trusted platforms offer mechanisms to highlight content, from hashtags and trending topics to paid promotion and live sessions. Understanding and applying these tools increases discoverability. Hashtags, tags, and content grouping improve searchability and help your material reach beyond your immediate followers. Live sessions, stories, or featured posts generate urgency and real-time engagement, strengthening both visibility and connection. Mastering these tools ensures your content leverages the platform's built-in advantages. Encourage sharing to extend reach organically. Trusted platforms thrive on user-generated amplification. Craft content designed to be shareable, concise, clear, visually appealing, and valuable. When users share your content with their networks, you access audiences that might never encounter your material otherwise. Encourage sharing subtly through calls to action, community challenges, or interactive elements that make participation enjoyable. Organic expansion multiplies your traffic potential without additional direct effort, turning followers into advocates. Develop a coherent content strategy that ties platform engagement to broader goals. Traffic alone is not enough if it does not convert into meaningful interaction with your offerings. Each post or engagement should include a subtle pathway guiding users toward more substantial content, subscriptions, or products. Integrating links, references, or invitations to join deeper resources ensures that the traffic generated on trusted platforms contributes directly to long-term objectives. A unified strategy converts visibility into actionable results. Adapt to platform trends without losing identity. Platforms evolve constantly, with changing user behavior and algorithm adjustments. Monitor shifts, experiment with new features, and remain flexible in approach. However, ensure that experimentation aligns with your core message and expertise. Consistency in identity and value delivery builds trust, while adaptability keeps content fresh and visible. Balancing stability with evolution ensures sustainable growth rather than short-lived spikes in attention. Encourage user-generated content and testimonials. Platforms that allow audience interaction benefit from the social proof provided by authentic endorsements. Highlighting user success stories, reviews, or shared experiences reinforces credibility and attracts additional traffic. Social validation signals reliability to both algorithms and human users, increasing engagement and the likelihood of further sharing. Incorporating audience contributions strengthens community while driving visibility simultaneously. Invest in quality over quantity. On trusted platforms, consistent excellence often outperforms frequent, mediocre posting. High-quality visuals, clear messaging, and well-produced content capture attention more effectively and encourage retention. Quality establishes authority and positions you as a trustworthy source of information, increasing the likelihood of repeated visits. Audiences and algorithms alike reward content that demonstrates care, professionalism, and relevance, directly boosting traffic growth. Maintain patience and persistence. Growing traffic on trusted platforms is rarely instantaneous. Success emerges from repeated exposure, reliability, and consistent delivery of value. Each interaction, view, and share compounds over time. The effort invested in building credibility, refining strategy, and cultivating engagement creates momentum that eventually attracts a steady stream of traffic. Discipline, observation, and adaptation ensure that growth is both meaningful and lasting. Finally, integrate trusted platforms into a broader ecosystem. Traffic alone has limited value unless channeled toward actionable outcomes. Link platform engagement to newsletters, subscriptions, product offerings, or educational resources to capture and sustain the audience. Platforms serve as entry points, guiding individuals toward deeper interactions and recurring engagement. By focusing on value, trust, and strategic alignment, traffic from these environments becomes not just numbers, but a sustainable source of attention, influence, and revenue over time. Number 8. Combine small streams for stability. Relying on a single source of income is inherently risky. Life is unpredictable, markets fluctuate, and opportunities that seem stable today can change tomorrow. Combining multiple smaller streams of income creates a buffer against uncertainty and ensures that financial stability does not depend on one source alone. Each stream may not be massive individually, but together they form a network of security, resilience, and freedom. This approach requires strategic thinking, disciplined execution, and an understanding of how various income streams complement each other. The first step is identifying diverse avenues where effort, skills, or assets can generate consistent returns. These can include digital products, freelancing, investments, subscription services, affiliate marketing, small business ventures, or even creative pursuits that have monetization potential. The key is balance. Each stream should contribute meaningfully, but none should be so consuming that it prevents growth in other areas. Diversity spreads risk, while careful allocation ensures manageable workload and maximized returns. Evaluate each potential stream for feasibility and sustainability. Some opportunities require upfront investment, technical skill, or specialized knowledge, while others can be started with minimal resources. Assess your own strengths, available time, and risk tolerance. For example, if you have a knack for writing, creating digital guides, or ebooks may serve as a low-cost, high-leverage income source. If you understand investing, dividend stocks or index funds can provide passive returns. Understanding the effort-to-return ratio of each stream allows informed decisions and prioritization. Begin small and scale gradually. Multiple streams do not need to launch simultaneously. In fact, trying to manage too many at once can dilute focus and reduce effectiveness. Start with 1 or 2 streams, establish reliability, then add additional sources methodically. Growth compounds when each stream matures independently before integrating it into a broader portfolio. Incremental expansion reduces overwhelm and provides clearer insights into which streams are most viable long-term. Automate wherever possible. Stability comes not only from diversification, but from systems that ensure consistent delivery and returns. Digital products can be sold automatically through online platforms, subscriptions can renew through automated billing, and investment returns accrue without constant intervention. Automation reduces the risk of human error, frees time for further development, and maintains a steady flow of income even when direct attention is focused elsewhere. Efficiency amplifies the benefits of multiple streams. Synergy between streams enhances overall impact. Look for ways one source can support another, whether through cross-promotion, shared audiences, or complementary offerings. A blog can drive traffic to an online course, which then leads to a subscription newsletter. Freelancing projects can showcase skills that attract clients for recurring work. Strategic integration maximizes visibility, leverages existing networks, and multiplies revenue potential. Combined streams are more resilient and profitable when interconnected thoughtfully. Maintain financial discipline across all streams. Track income, expenses, and returns separately to understand each stream's contribution to overall stability. Regularly review performance, optimize underperforming areas, and reinvest strategically to strengthen the portfolio. Financial discipline ensures that no single stream creates a blind spot or jeopardizes the balance. Accurate tracking allows for informed decisions, adjustment of effort, and anticipation of fluctuations in revenue. Prioritize sustainability over short-term gains. Some streams may appear highly lucrative initially, but lack long-term viability. Focus on consistent, reliable sources that can endure market changes or shifts in demand. Subscription-based models, evergreen digital products, repeat client services, or diversified investments tend to withstand volatility better than one-off high-reward projects. Stability grows from repeated reliability rather than sporadic windfalls. Leverage expertise efficiently. Your unique skills and knowledge can often be applied across multiple streams simultaneously. Teaching, consulting, or creating products in a niche you understand deeply allows you to maximize output without redundant effort. For instance, a single research effort can inform a blog post, a video tutorial, and a digital guide. Knowledge repurposed strategically reduces workload, enhances quality, and strengthens the impact of each income source. Balance active and passive income streams. Active streams, such as freelance work or consulting, require ongoing involvement, while passive streams, like automated digital products or investments, continue generating revenue with minimal daily input. A combination ensures immediate cash flow while building long-term stability. Over time, passive streams can increase in proportion, allowing active streams to focus more on growth or new opportunities. Balancing effort with return is critical to maintaining energy and focus across multiple sources. Experiment cautiously and learn from results. Not every potential stream will succeed, and early failures are part of the learning process. Pilot ideas on a small scale, test response, and iterate based on feedback and performance. Failures provide insight into what audiences value, what works operationally, and where time or resources are best allocated. Approaching experimentation strategically reduces risk while expanding understanding of sustainable revenue options. Build relationships that support multiple streams. Networking, partnerships and collaborations create opportunities for cross-promotion, referrals, and joint ventures. Trusted relationships can enhance credibility, amplify reach, and open doors to markets that would be difficult to access independently. Leveraging relationships strategically strengthens the portfolio of income streams and builds resilience, ensuring that challenges in one area can be mitigated through support or opportunities from others. Ensure that each stream aligns with core values and long-term goals. Income diversification is not just about numbers, it's about creating sustainable systems that support the life you want. Choose streams that complement your strengths, passion, and mission to maintain motivation and consistency. When work feels meaningful, productivity and quality improve, leading to stronger results and continued growth. Alignment reinforces commitment and increases the likelihood of long-term success. Regularly review and adjust allocations. Markets change, technology evolves, and audience behavior shifts. Periodic assessment ensures that effort is invested in streams that continue to provide reliable returns. Reallocate resources from declining or low-performing areas to more promising ventures. Flexibility allows the overall system to remain balanced, ensuring stability even when individual streams fluctuate. Active oversight safeguards long-term sustainability. Document systems and processes for each stream. Replicable workflows allow for easier management, delegation, and scaling. Standardized procedures reduce the risk of errors, ensure consistency, and enable smoother expansion into additional streams. Documentation also creates clarity about which methods are most effective, allowing effort to focus on growth and refinement rather than repeated problem-solving. Efficient systems increase both stability and scalability. Prioritize risk management. Diversification is not just about quantity. It's about reducing exposure to volatility. Each income source should contribute to an overall risk balance, ensuring that downturns in one area are offset by stability in others. Strategic diversification protects against unexpected challenges, such as market downturns, client loss, or technological shifts. Risk-aware planning creates a more resilient financial structure. Maintain a long-term perspective. Stability does not emerge overnight. It is the result of sustained, disciplined effort over time. Each small stream may seem modest initially, but their combined effect builds a robust foundation. Patience, persistence, and consistent optimization ensure that the system matures and continues to provide dependable results. Viewing growth as incremental and cumulative allows you to focus on meaningful progress rather than chasing immediate unpredictable gains. Finally, treat the combination of streams as an ecosystem. Each income source interacts with the others, supporting, reinforcing, and expanding the overall structure. Thoughtful integration, continuous evaluation, and disciplined execution turn multiple small streams into a stable, self-sustaining system. The result is financial resilience, reduced stress, and the freedom to pursue opportunities without fear of dependency on a single source. Combining small streams for stability transforms diversity into strength, creating a foundation that is both reliable and expandable over time. Number 9. Outsource tasks to scale faster. Scaling a business, a project, or any form of income-generating activity often comes down to the ability to extend your output without extending your personal hours. Time is finite, and relying solely on your own efforts creates a natural ceiling on growth. Outsourcing tasks is the strategic method to overcome that limitation. By delegating specific responsibilities to others, you unlock the capacity to focus on high-value activities that directly drive progress while maintaining quality and consistency across operations. Outsourcing is not just a convenience, it is a catalyst for accelerated growth and efficiency. The first step is identifying tasks that can be delegated without compromising outcomes. These are typically activities that, while necessary, do not require your unique expertise or vision. Administrative duties, content formatting, customer support, social media management, and repetitive technical processes often fall into this category. By carefully assessing which functions consume time without providing a proportional return on effort, you create a clear picture of what can be outsourced, allowing you to preserve focus on strategic decision-making and growth-oriented work. Selecting the right people or services to outsource requires intentionality. Quality and reliability matter as much as cost. Freelancers, virtual assistants, specialized agencies, or project-based contractors can fill different needs. Matching the skill set and experience level to the task is critical. For instance, a highly specialized design project may demand a professional with a proven portfolio, while basic administrative work can be handled effectively by someone with general experience. Ensuring clear communication expectations and deadlines safeguards the integrity of the work and prevents frustration or wasted effort. Creating detailed instructions and workflows is essential. When a task is delegated, the person completing it must have the tools, guidance, and context necessary to execute effectively. Documenting processes, establishing standards, and providing examples reduces errors, accelerates onboarding, and maintains consistent quality. Clear instructions also empower those you hire to work independently, reducing the need for constant supervision and freeing more of your time for strategic initiatives. Well-documented workflows become reusable systems that support long-term scaling. Prioritize outsourcing tasks that have a high impact on time savings relative to their complexity. Even small efficiency gains can compound when repeated across weeks and months. A single repetitive task might take an hour a day, but delegating it to someone else can free dozens of hours over a year. These cumulative gains allow you to invest energy into revenue-generating activities, creative development, or market expansion. Efficiency scales output more sustainably than simply working longer hours. Maintain oversight through accountability and metrics. Outsourcing is effective only when progress and quality are monitored. Establish measurable goals, deadlines, and benchmarks for each delegated task. Regular check-ins or automated reporting can provide visibility without micromanagement. Performance metrics help identify areas for improvement, ensure alignment with objectives, and maintain consistency across multiple outsourced tasks. Accountability ensures that delegating does not compromise the standards that your audience, clients, or customers expect. Leverage specialization to maximize impact. Outsourcing allows access to expertise that may not be feasible to develop internally. A skilled editor can refine content faster than someone learning the craft. An experienced marketer can run campaigns more effectively than a beginner, and a professional designer can elevate visuals far beyond what can be accomplished alone. Using specialized talent strategically accelerates quality output and reduces trial and error learning curves, enabling faster and more predictable growth. Integrate communication and project management tools. Remote collaboration demands clarity and coordination. Platforms that enable task tracking, file sharing, and real-time updates prevent miscommunication and ensure smooth operations. When systems are standardized, multiple tasks and contributors can be managed efficiently without overwhelming the central decision-maker. Proper tools allow a growing team or network of contractors to function cohesively, supporting scalable processes and consistent output. Focus on high-leverage tasks for personal effort while outsourcing routine or technical work. Activities that generate the most significant impact, such as strategic planning, product development, client relationship management, or innovation, should remain your responsibility. Delegating supporting tasks ensures that your time is allocated where it produces the greatest return. This balance maximizes overall productivity and creates a structure where growth accelerates without increasing personal workload proportionally. Treat outsourcing as an iterative process. Initial delegation may not be perfect. Adjustments and feedback loops are part of building a scalable system. Learn from mistakes, refine instructions, and improve communication to enhance efficiency over time. As you gain experience with outsourced resources, you will identify more opportunities to delegate, creating compounding effects on productivity. Continuous improvement ensures that each outsourced task contributes effectively to long-term growth. Invest in long-term relationships with reliable contributors. Consistency and familiarity with your systems, expectations, and goals increase efficiency over time. Repeated collaborations allow contractors to anticipate needs, adapt quickly, and require less oversight. Building trust and loyalty creates a stable support network that becomes an integral part of scaling operations. High-quality, reliable outsourcing relationships reduce friction and provide a dependable backbone for expanding efforts. Delegate not just tasks, but small projects, when possible. Grouping related tasks into coherent projects allows contributors to take ownership of outcomes rather than completing isolated actions. This reduces the number of touchpoints you must manage and encourages independent problem-solving. Assigning responsibility at the project level fosters accountability, improves efficiency, and encourages proactive contributions, multiplying the effectiveness of outsourced resources. Balance cost with value. Outsourcing is an investment, not an expense. While hiring high-quality professionals may require higher upfront costs, the return in time saved, quality output, and accelerated growth often justifies the expenditure. Evaluate the financial impact of delegation against the revenue or time benefits it generates. Smart investment decisions enable scaling faster while maintaining profitability and sustainability. Document results and refine processes continually. Track which tasks are successfully delegated, the time saved, quality delivered, and lessons learned. This documentation creates a knowledge base that improves future outsourcing decisions, training, and operational efficiency. Standardized processes reduce dependence on trial and error, making the scaling system more predictable and effective over time. Encourage autonomy and creativity among outsourced contributors. When contributors understand objectives and boundaries, they can propose improvements, suggest efficiencies, or innovate within their role. Empowering others to contribute meaningfully elevates the quality of output while reducing the cognitive load on you. Autonomy not only accelerates scaling, but often produces insights and innovations that would not emerge from a single perspective. Outsourcing also enables experimentation at lower personal risk. Delegating new ideas, marketing campaigns, or initiatives to external contributors allows testing and iteration without overcommitting personal time or energy. Insights gained from these experiments inform strategic decisions, improve offerings, and identify high-value opportunities that can be scaled further. Experimentation becomes more manageable and effective when supported by a reliable network of contributors. Finally, view outsourcing as a cornerstone of scalable systems. It transforms limitations into leverage, allowing personal expertise and leadership to focus on the activities that drive growth, innovation and revenue. With thoughtful task selection, clear communication, reliable contributors, and continuous refinement, outsourcing enables consistent quality, accelerated output, and sustainable expansion. Properly implemented, delegation is not a compromise of control. It is a strategic tool that amplifies impact, creates freedom, and unlocks potential that cannot be achieved through individual effort alone. Number 10. Track progress. Optimize every month. Tracking progress and optimizing consistently is the cornerstone of growth, whether in building income streams, personal development, or any long-term pursuit. Without measurement, effort becomes directionless, and without adjustment, even consistent effort can stagnate. Monthly review cycles create a rhythm that allows insight, reflection, and deliberate refinement. This practice is not about perfection or obsessing over numbers. It is about understanding what works, identifying what doesn't, and making incremental improvements that compound over time. The process creates clarity, reinforces accountability, and ensures that every action moves toward meaningful results. The first principle is establishing measurable indicators that reflect real performance. For income streams, this may include revenue, engagement, conversions, or retention rates. For personal projects, metrics could focus on output, skill improvement, or audience reach. Choosing indicators that are directly linked to your objectives ensures that tracking efforts produce actionable insights. Metrics are only valuable when they correspond to meaningful outcomes, not just arbitrary activity counts. Each measurement should illuminate whether progress aligns with goals. Next is the systematic collection of data. Consistency in recording ensures that trends are visible and anomalies are identifiable. Data can come from analytics platforms, financial records, surveys, or self-assessment tools, depending on the nature of the work. Accurate, organized records reduce guesswork and allow informed decision-making. When progress is measured over time, patterns emerge that reveal strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities that would otherwise remain hidden. Detailed records turn intuition into evidence, guiding strategic actions. Review sessions should be intentional and structured, rather than a casual glance. Dedicate focused time each month to analyze performance. Identify which strategies delivered results, which fell short, and why. Look for patterns that suggest recurring obstacles or successes. Evaluate both quantitative and qualitative aspects. Numbers show outcomes, but context and feedback provide understanding. A disciplined review ensures that each adjustment is thoughtful and purposeful rather than reactive or impulsive. Identify areas for optimization systematically. Not all underperformance signals a problem. Some may be external or temporary. Focus on controllable factors, where small changes can yield noticeable improvements. Adjusting content approaches, marketing strategies, operational workflows, or engagement techniques can have significant cumulative effects. Optimization is iterative, building on existing structures and refining them for efficiency, effectiveness, and impact. Small, consistent improvements over time often outperform sporadic, drastic changes. Set specific, actionable goals for the coming month based on insights. These should be realistic, measurable, and aligned with broader objectives. Goals provide focus and direction, preventing energy from dissipating across distractions. Clearly defined targets create accountability, making it easier to assess progress in the next cycle. Breaking larger objectives into monthly milestones transforms daunting ambitions into achievable steps, fostering confidence and momentum. Use feedback loops from multiple sources: customer input, audience behavior, market trends, and personal reflection, All contribute valuable information. Feedback allows identification of unseen obstacles, validates successful approaches, and uncovers opportunities for innovation. Engaging with feedback actively ensures that adjustments are grounded in reality rather than assumptions. A continuous learning mindset transforms data into actionable knowledge, creating a cycle of improvement that accelerates over time. Leverage tools that automate tracking where possible, analytics dashboards, project management software, financial trackers, and reporting systems reduce manual effort and improve accuracy. Automation provides real-time visibility into performance and simplifies the collection of complex data. By freeing mental bandwidth from routine measurement tasks, more focus can be placed on interpreting insights and implementing optimizations. Efficient tracking systems transform potentially tedious processes into seamless components of growth. Analyze both successes and failures with equal attention. It is tempting to focus on what went wrong, but understanding what works is equally important. Identify high-performing strategies and replicate them where applicable. Understanding the reasons behind success reinforces practices that drive results, ensuring that effective methods are not overlooked or underutilized. A balanced perspective ensures that learning is comprehensive and continuous, creating a stronger foundation for sustained progress. Adjust resource allocation based on performance. Time, effort, and capital should flow toward activities that produce measurable returns. Monthly tracking illuminates which streams, strategies, or projects deserve increased investment and which require re-evaluation or reduction. Strategic allocation maximizes efficiency, ensures that energy is not wasted, and accelerates growth. Flexibility in resource distribution allows focus to follow results rather than assumptions or habit, strengthening overall outcomes. Develop accountability mechanisms to reinforce monthly optimization. Sharing progress with peers, mentors, or a team creates external motivation and pressure to maintain consistency. Accountability encourages follow-through on action plans and reduces the risk of neglecting evaluation. Transparent tracking and open discussion of results foster a culture of responsibility and continuous improvement, enhancing both individual and collaborative performance. Maintain perspective on long-term objectives while evaluating monthly performance. Metrics can fluctuate, and short-term dips may not indicate systemic failure. Viewing each month as a snapshot within a larger trajectory prevents reactionary decisions and supports strategic patience. Monthly tracking informs adjustments without undermining confidence or the commitment to broader goals. Long-term vision ensures that optimization supports sustained growth rather than chasing immediate but transient gains. Document strategies, outcomes, and lessons learned. Keeping detailed records transforms each month into a reference point for future cycles. Documentation allows replication of successful tactics, prevents repetition of errors, and provides historical context for decision-making. As a repository of knowledge, these records increase operational efficiency, inform strategic evolution, and reduce dependence on memory or intuition. A living archive strengthens both current performance and future planning. Integrate experimentation into the optimization cycle. Use monthly evaluations to test new ideas, approaches, or tools. Track results meticulously, compare them to baseline performance, and incorporate successful experiments into regular practice. Controlled experimentation encourages innovation while maintaining structure, reducing the risk associated with untested changes. A methodical approach to experimentation ensures that growth remains evidence-based, adaptable, and forward-moving. Prioritize incremental improvements. Small adjustments compound over time, often producing greater long-term impact than large, sporadic interventions. Focus on refining processes, content engagement and workflow efficiency step by step. Incremental gains accumulate to create meaningful transformation, illustrating the power of consistent optimization. Patience and discipline in pursuing gradual progress are critical for sustained success. Review external factors that influence outcomes. Market conditions, technological trends, competitor actions, and audience behavior can affect results independently of internal efforts. Incorporating these variables into monthly evaluations enhances strategic awareness and prevents misinterpretation of data. Recognizing external influences allows for proactive adjustments, ensuring resilience and adaptability in changing environments. Awareness strengthens decision-making and minimizes reactive responses. Establish a rhythm that integrates review, reflection, and action. Monthly cycles create momentum, reinforce accountability, and embed continuous improvement into routines. Treat each cycle as a checkpoint rather than a judgment, using insights to refine strategy and maintain alignment with objectives. Over time, this rhythm becomes a habit, embedding discipline, self-awareness, and responsiveness into every aspect of growth. Consistency transforms tracking into a sustainable engine for progress. Finally, track progress and optimize every month with the mindset of compound growth. Each insight, adjustment, and improvement builds upon the previous cycle, creating a cumulative effect that accelerates results. Discipline in evaluation, courage in experimentation, and clarity in action convert routine tracking into a powerful mechanism for personal, professional, and financial development. Monthly optimization ensures that effort produces measurable, repeatable, and scalable outcomes, transforming small, consistent actions into long-term success and mastery.